word Mafia.
보세요.
Thanks.
이거 이거 한번
Oh,
먹어보세요.
Trying to place her?
yep.
She's in something. I can't remember what it was.
네, 맛있죠?
I want to say that fairy tale show on ABC. Was she in that? Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
왜요, 뭐 괜찮아요?
I just felt it.
괜찮아요?
I just... Come here, feel this.
아니요, 싫어요.
Do you feel that?
어?
That,
싫어요.
right there, that's a kick.
Her voice is what's getting me.
There, right there's a foot. Oh, no, wait, he's moving around.
맞으세요?
her baby's alive.
Hey. I guess I think you're a he.
Oh, she's also in Once Upon a Time.
That's the show, Once Upon a Time. Yeah.
She plays Belle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She has red hair in that, or
Right.
like brown, like brunette hair in that show, so that's why I was like, I couldn't quite tell at first.
Damn radio!
Right.
Just check! We might not have any juice left when we get to...
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, the monster.
Where's the knife? Oh. It's just a dog watch.
Oh my God.
What the hell's that?
So he's coming. Come on, let's move. I shouldn't have put my man down.
He's always just screaming.
Let go!
See, there's fight and flight, but there's also freeze, and she tends to do that all the time. Oh!
No, it's the dog. Of course he would have a gun. Well, at least you can eat it now.
Eat what?
I don't know. It looks like a bear.
That's a big bear.
You think that's what killed the pilot?
No. No, that's a tiny, teeny version compared to that.
Yeah.
Guys, this isn't just a bear. It's a polar bear.
Yeah, I was like, it's white.
Polar bear.
This is gonna be like an experiment. I swear to God, if this series ends and the whole thing is an experiment, I'm gonna be pissed.
Makes a Truman Show thing.
It's a actually I've never seen that, but
Big
no,
O.
it's like a. I just watched an M. Night Shyamalan movie called Old.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
I'm gonna be like, oh, who produces M. Night Shyamalan? Can't. I really hope it's not, but
You had nothing to do with this shit.
I know.
Not so
But
good around blood. Don't look. Yeah, but I'm not so good around blood. Just do the best you can, okay?
he's like, I don't think you understand.
Don't look.
Okay. Do you,
No,
you
I'm
like
fine.
what- Okay.
There's something in my eye. That's what's bothering me. Pressure.
Dude, hand me those strips. Dude. Just hand me the strips. I need to get this bleeding stopped.
I don't think I can. Oh, what's going on?
The strips. Just hand me the strips. Give it to me. Hey, don't even think about it, Hurley. Don't even think it. Hurley, hey! Damn it!
Oh, God. It's so bad.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, why is he getting him, the person who's telling him I can't do blood well? He's gonna pass out.
Well, he got him because he's the biggest guy. So he's going to hold him down. But why not get a third person to hand you stuff?
Yeah, who's not afraid of blood?
But also, if everything were perfectly, he was holding down, he can't hand you anything. Because he's holding a guy down who's freaking out because he's in pain.
I got it off one of the bodies.
One of the bodies.
Yeah, one of the bodies.
People don't carry guns on
They
planes.
do if they're U.S. Marshals, sweet cheeks. There was one on the plane.
How do you know that?
I saw a guy lying there with an ankle holster, so I took the gun. Thought it might come in handy. Guess what? I just shot a bear.
You're the prisoner.
I'm the what?
You found a gun on a U.S. Marshal? Yes, I believe you did. You knew what it was because you were the one he was bringing back to the States. Those handcuffs were on you. That's how you knew there was a gun.
That's
who you are, you son of
Be
a
as
bitch.
suspicious of me as I am of you.
You are the prisoner.
Fine. I'm the criminal. You're the terrorist.
Nice.
Does anybody know how to use a gun?
I think you just pull the trigger.
You have to actually take the safety off, right?
I want to take it apart.
There's a button on the grip. Push that, it will eject the magazine. They're still around in the chamber. Hold the grip. Pull the top part of the gun.
Them are girls like you.
My girl's exactly like me. No, I'm fine with this. Thank you.
You, sir? Can I get you anything? Cocktail? Soda?
Just coffee, sweetheart. Black.
Coffee, sure.
You look worried. I'd be worried too, I was you. There's always that off chance that they'll believe your story. I know I sure did.
Mystery.
I have one favorite.
What you do?
Really?
What you do though?
Son of a good.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Damn.
Yeah, it's just the worst. And he gets shrapnel in him.
Oh, that's who he was? The U.S. Marshal's the one with the shrapnel in him?
Yeah, she said, I was sitting next to him on the plane.
Oh, I didn't get that. Oh my god. That is freaking terrifying.
I know, just be in the air and that happens.
She did say she was awake the whole time.
Yeah, she couldn't look behind her.
Yeah. Yay, he's alive. Eh? Oh, because he woke up.
Bad time.
You should not be worrying about that right now.
Why is he so worried?
Hey! We've got a boss! Mayday! Mayday!
What is that?
Feedback.
Feedback from what? What would do that?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what would do that. This guy not fixing the radio.
Yeah,
This thing
shut
doesn't
up.
even work.
No. It's not broken. We can't transmit because something else is already transmitting.
Transmitting from where?
What?
Somewhere close. The signal's strong.
Somewhere close. You mean on the island? That's great. Maybe it's other survivors.
From our plane? How would
What
they
kind
even...
of transmission is
It
it?
could be a sat phone, maybe a radio
Can
signal.
we listen to it?
Let me get the frequency first. Hold on.
There's no transmission.
Shut up!
Thank you.
The French! The French are coming! I've never been so happy there, the French!
I never took French. What is she saying?
Does anyone speak French? She does.
No, I don't. What?
What the hell are you talking about? You spent a year in Paris?
Drinking, not studying.
Iteration 7294531.
Okay, what's that?
The
batteries are dying!
How much time do we have?
Not much.
I've heard you speak French. Just listen to this. Listen to it!
Can't!
You speak French or not? Because that would be nice.
Iteration 17.
That voice is weird. What is that?
It's repeating.
She's right. What? It's a loop. Iteration. It's repeating the same message.
Does anyone know what the hell he's talking about?
It's a running count of the number of times the message is repeated. It's roughly 30 seconds long, so how long?
Just don't forget to carry the one cheek.
She's saying... Please. She's saying... Please help me. Please come get me.
Or she's not. You don't even speak
Let
French.
her listen!
Shut up, man!
I'm alone now. On the island alone. Please, someone come. The others, they're dead. It killed them. It killed them all.
That's good.
16 years.
What?
16 years
Wow.
and 5 months. That's the count. It's a distress call. Plea for help. A mayday. If the count is right, it's been playing over and over for 16 years.
Someone else was stranded here?
Guys, where are we?
Mystery. Indeed. Where are they? Ooh. Yay.
Well, that was episode 2. What did you think?
Yeah, it's really good. Strong pilot.
Yes.
A lot of questions. I like a good mystery. I like good mysteries.
Mhm.
I like that it's gonna be character driven. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Got to learn new characters. Well, they're named at least, and more
Yeah.
about them. Kate's the prisoner. Clearly,
Yeah.
we don't know what she did. Apparently, the U.S. Marshal is more concerned about her than himself,
Mm.
which is kind of telling. And it seems like, well, now we know the Vincent, the lab.
Yeah.
Just
Let's go over the mysteries.
Yeah.
So, Shoe, don't know. Monster, we don't know. The dog is Vincent,
yeah.
and it belongs to Walt. So,
Mhm.
no one's.
I called it.
You did.
I called it.
No, why no one's finding them?
We
We've
gotta
got
know.
some
we know
answer.
that.
We
know that.
We have an answer, so I'll go ahead and check that off. The Spanish comic.
Mhm.
Walt says he's found it.
I mean, that's just another, like, it was probably another passenger's.
Yeah, probably. The bald man's secret.
Yeah. Well, the secret that he told, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He told Walt, "You want to hear a secret?"
Mhm.
We don't know what that secret was.
yeah.
The polar bear.
Yeah. Why is there a polar bear in the jungle?
In the jungle. The handcuffs. We know.
Yeah.
They answered that in the same episode. They were Kate, because Kate was the prisoner. But then there's the question, what did Kate do?
Yeah. And now the last question, where are they? Which
well,
island are they on?
The signal is kind of a question. What's the deal with the signal?
Yeah.
Who left it? What happened to them?
Yeah.
And then
That's
where are
gonna,
they?
That's going to be like an overarching plot point.
Yeah.
That they're probably not going to answer for a little bit. Maybe in the next few episodes.
So in the premiere episode, there are 11 big mysteries, and 3 of them were answered. So,
Yeah.
and every single one of these have an answer that
Yeah.
will be answered by the time the show's over.
Well, I mean, they're pretty, like, standard.
The last one, where are they, is kind of a bigger question.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, that's the bigger...
That one's going to take a longer time to answer. But,
Yeah, I imagine so.
yes. Anything else? We got to see more of the crash.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you saw there, because there's some flashbacks to the actual crash,
Yeah.
that's going to be a recurring thing. I think I mentioned to you that The Good Place was very much based on the show.
I can see that.
They would always flash back, especially in the first season,
Yeah.
to what they were like
Before
they
they
died.
Yeah.
Every episode's going to have a flashback to before they crashed.
I like that. That's good.
And that was kind of the
Because
inspiration.
it is very character based, so you want to know.
What's his name? Mike something, the guy who created The Good Place. Huge Lost fan. Damon Lindelof consulted on the pilot for The Good Place. Because he's like, I want this to be like a sitcom version of Lost. So that's why there's so many mysteries on that show and the flashbacks. It's all because of this show.
Well, I have seen The Good Place twice, and I really like that show. So, since it was inspired by that,
it's the
then
godfather of The Good Place.
If it's inspired by Lost, then I probably will like Lost. If it's similar, just longer.
I mean, there's humor. We've seen Charlie's very funny.
Yeah.
Hurley's funny. Oh, him passing out during that procedure.
Yeah.
He really should have brought a third person.
Yeah, that was interesting. Like, I'm surprised he didn't, like, when he's like, I don't do good with blood, and he's just like, just go through it. I'm like, he's gonna pass out. Like, you can't just tell a person who doesn't like blood to just...
I know. It
to,
feels like
get through it.
He didn't mention he didn't do well around blood until he got there, and he's like, it's fine. But again, I know why you picked Hurley, because Hurley's a big guy. He can, and this is a big guy too, because he's a U.S. Marshal.
I get that.
I need you to hold him down.
I get that.
But also, hand me stuff. Like, no. How is he supposed to hand you stuff?
Yeah. Not a good decision on the
I want to have this stuff next to you.
I do like that the last episode, or the first episode, was really Jack focused. Jack, Kate, and Charlie, and then this episode was more about fleshing out the other characters. Yeah. And learning about the other characters, and it was more Kate this time. Kate driven, I think.
She got the flashback. Right? Yeah. No, Charlie got one too.
Yeah, Charlie, Kate, and Sawyer. No, not Sawyer yet.
No, I think there was only 2 flashbacks in this second episode. We saw what Jack did, and then we saw what Charlie did, and we saw what Kate did during the crash. I will say most episodes focus on one character. Usually there's multiple plots, but the flashbacks will be for one character. But every now and then there are what I call scattershot episodes, where it's just what everybody was doing at this point in time.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I kind of put pilots part 1 and 2 together, lump into one episode, because they aired back to back. And I just referred to it's a scattershot episode. We see Jack, we see Kate, we see Charlie, we learn a bunch of people. There's no one main character. Arguably it's Jack, because he gets the focus in the first half. But, yeah. And I will say, too, a lot of times the rule of thumb for TV shows is watch the first 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, move on. Or sometimes they'll say, no, second season is where it's great. You don't even have to watch the first season. Second season's great. Lost, I argue, is one of the shows, is possibly the best pilot episode or episodes of a show. Because it's not disappointing, it's action-packed, it's great, it sets up a lot of stuff. A lot of shows have okay pilots and great series, you know? But Lost, I think, has one of the best pilots.
Yeah, they definitely did a good job at bringing the audience in with, like, there's a lot of characters, there's a lot of action, and there's a lot of mystery. So obviously the mystery keeps you in because you want to know what's happening. Yeah. But also the characters. And even though right now they're just like, archetypes of characters, you can see that it's going to be a lot of different characters, and they all interact differently, so... Yeah. It was a very good pilot. I think if I saw this back then, I probably would have liked it too. But maybe it's a good thing I'm watching this when I'm older.
Yeah, you maybe appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Alright, last question. I asked it in the last episode. Who is your favorite character after seeing both episodes?
Honestly, I don't really have a favorite yet because they're not, like you said, they're not fleshed out characters yet. So yeah, I don't really have a favorite yet. Okay. And usually when it comes to like these big cast
it takes a
shows,
minute to
it takes a minute, and like I usually end up having like multiple favorites.
Sure.
So.
All right. Well, how about this? Who's your least favorite? It's easier to have a least favorite character.
This is gonna sound bad. Maybe just because they haven't really fleshed out his character yet, but like for now, I think it's probably Daniel Day Kim's character.
Oh yeah, really?
And I mean, because they didn't really focus on them.
Sure. All we've seen of him is that he's a little controlling of the woman he's with.
Yeah, and they haven't fleshed him out. They didn't really pay attention to him, and that's the only reason why. Not because I don't like his character. It's just Sure. I don't really know anything about him. So
I was actually expecting you to say the redneck guy.
Look, so I was initially going to say him, but because the way he's interacting with the others, I can tell he's like a foil, especially for Saeed, right? They're foils of each other, and that makes for a good story. So I can't be like, oh, I don't like his. I mean, obviously, don't like. So
you currently like not liking him.
Yes.
And you're kind of forced to dislike Daniel Day Kim's character.
Yeah, just because there's nothing on him, and the whole he's really controlling, which obviously I don't like. And this time they didn't subtitle any of the Korean. So you kind of just had to I mean, they're doing it from everyone else's point of view, and they don't understand Korean. So I get that, but there is a language barrier there because I don't understand Korean. So I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what his story is, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna get into it, and maybe I'll like them more. But for now, yeah.
Okay, I'm with you with the multiple characters. I basically have a favorite character, but I really have 3.
Yeah, it's usually because there's so many.
Yeah.
You end up liking more than one.
And there's not a main cast character I don't like. There are villains I don't like. But we'll get into that later. For now, we're going to call it here. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to check out Lost on your own. See it first, buy the DVDs. But there's not enough merchandise, I will say. They have action figures that were very limited release. I wish I had more stuff that I could put out for Lost. But I don't own anything for Lost other than the DVDs and such. But yeah, check it out on streaming platforms, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus in Europe, etc., etc. Thank you all for watching.
Goodbye.